Well, here we are again. This time on a set of mines that have been dug out. This is the section of the game that most resembles an actual descent level. And I'm afraid I make a pretty big error in this video. Free XP for letting these guys out. Not that it makes a big difference here, they don't help me at all. Warning me of some horrible boss coming up. I'm going to let you in on the secret right now. The boss does not appear. There are some generically named guys. None seem to be particularly tougher than any others. There's a room that looks an awful lot like it'd be perfect for a boss fight. But that's it. I'll check to see if I can go down their toilet here. The mines have a bit of a confusing layout, but you can think you go for the entrance up ahead. If you take the passage to the left, there's a room with a shaft. This is all dead end with nothing in it over here. The shaft room also has a save point above it, and there's kind of 3 forks off of it. All the walls look the same, so it's very easy to get disorientated. Alright, here's the shaft room. You can see the save point up there. One of the paths leads to the rest point. One of the paths leads to the bottom of the shaft, although there's a ladder for the shaft too, so you don't have to worry about that. And the other path, after you go through some hurdles, leads to what I'm supposed to be looking for. Not that the game tells you you're looking for it, you just have to explore and hopefully trip over it. This is another place where you can get caught in the geometry pretty easily. And get permanently stuck. I'm not sure what that gold key is to. I guess there's one room that it might open, but I'm not positive that was it. Of course, since I got the gold key first, that doesn't mean that anything else. And very disorientating. Okay, now the passage on the left is what goes to that treasure that you're supposed to find. And it's hard to see, but that's supposed to be a D&D troll there. You can't really see its head, which is the defining feature. And trolls in Dungeons & Dragons require fire to destroy them, which means that unless you have access to mage spells, you can't actually kill this guy. What I can do, however, is knock him down and try to get him out of my way, which is what I'm doing here. Apparently you can talk to him and give him a password, but who cares about that? So even though it says I killed him, I can do damage again and kill him again. I got kind of curious about something with this guy, just because this game is so comically broken. Yeah, I should have flipped the switch there, but I wasn't thinking at the time. He never gets back up after that. So I'm checking my XP amount right now. I'm going to pound on him until I get the "you killed troll" message again. And I still have the same XP. I'm locked in here, but the switch behind him controls that. Yeah, there's where I screwed up. If I had gone to the right, then I could have saved myself a lot of effort. But it's not that big a deal. I'm just going to jump to that once we're through the rest of the mines and the next region beyond it. In here, and we know that light spells don't work. As far as I was able to find, there aren't any hidden doors or passages in the mine. I think it's over here. Yeah, that's the ladder near the top of the shaft. Or it should be somewhere around here. There it is. And so you could just even go right to that and climb down to get through this area. Not that you'd want to, of course, because you want to kill everything in it to get the maximum amount of experience points. That goblin on that slope has effectively gained immunity to my attacks. I can't really hit him without getting myself level with him. Let's see if it does this time. It's not going to. If you manually activate that door, it tells you you found a secret door, even though it's obviously a door. It looks like there should be something more in this little chamber, but there's nothing. Instead, it's just the passage to the next map area. You don't want to go through an evil door like that until you thoroughly check things out. And now we're in the Dwarven Crypts. It's actually a pretty small area. And there we have our first ogre. And his AI seems to have died. So there's exits on both sides. The side to the right is just a small room with more reskinned guys as elementals. Below you is a pool of water. And over on the right here is where you're supposed to go. So the proper crypt. And more ogres. Now, I guess one of these guys was supposed to be the orc boss. But they're all just called ogre. Now, as I'm playing this, I'm hoping that this happens to the final boss of the game. Just because it is overwhelmingly strong. The doors all have secret ways in and out. Gotta run around to all those. Those, I guess, are supposed to be the ashes of the dwarves that are interred here. I'm trying to get that door to activate, but there's a reason why. That's it. It's one of those cases where the side on one end is a illusionary door that you just walk through, and on the other side it's a normal door. Because this game is terrible. You might be noticing a theme to all these side passages. Yeah, they're all identical, and none of them have anything in them. Even the ones where the door is locked. They're a little bit longer than those other ones, but they still have the same effect. There's nothing in them except a couple monsters, and they really weren't worth getting into. So those switches activate and we can all get out. By the way, I like all the Greek on the dwarven ruins. I never took the dwarves as Greek myself. If you're gonna go in for anything, at least go Norse. I always felt more dwarven-y, especially given how Tolkien rendered their language in Norse-style letters. The doors will work when I reload this section for some reason. Going through that portal took me to this weird place, which is actually the hub room. When I walk through the portal up there, it just teleports me down to the ground. I could have just dropped out the middle. So, let's go back to the mines and check out that section I missed. There's 3 grates over there. And when I pull that switch, it opens all 3 of them. They are long shafts that go down, all with ladders on the side. And you can see by doing that. So hole number 1 just had some rubies. Trying to do this carefully because dropping here really will be fatal. And making sure that the 3rd hole has a ladder as well and it's not simply a clever trap. Ladders are really terrible to use. And we are in the shaft that I wanted to go down. A ring of featherfall will protect me if I drop off a cliff. Not really worth it. I may toss one on and jump off the pit in the tavern just for the fun of it. In fact, I think I'll do that at the start of the next video, just so you guys can see what happens. Because I'm kind of curious what will happen myself. I know it's fatal for you to just drop into it. You gotta just be careful here to walk across this plank. This place has central heating. Now, if I went back to the quest guy, at any point before I reached this room, he'd just tell me, I don't know, go find something. Well, that's what he wanted me to find. You might remember I found a spider piece way back when I did the Undead Crypts as the second quest. Well, that's the other spider piece, or the second one. If I remember correctly, there's 4 of them. And I feel like they are a reference to the Eye of the Beholder series, where I recall having to collect spider pieces like that as well. I may be misremembering on that one. going into this last chamber. All that's in it are some beetles and some bats. Not really anything else to do. So I'm just going to smash these guys, and then I'll see you next time.